Hey y'all, Jamie here, proud 55-year-old trans woman from New Orleans. So, where last I left off, boy, it was not cute. I was with a Russian date in the Hollywood Hills with a cis girl prostitute bent over his bed, having two dogs run a train on her. And I know that's sick, y'all. Look, I understand. It's gross. And that's really, I'm not going to keep giving y'all more details about it because it's disgusting. But I will say that, I let him know because he wanted to be humiliated and degraded anyway. So yeah, I let him know real quick how I felt about his little shenanigans making that girl get fucked by two dogs. I told him flat out, you are sick. You are a sick son of a bitch. I made him give her more money. Like, I didn't make him give her as much as me. Okay, I wasn't that noble, but I did make him give her some more money. And then, we got rid of her. Took her back down to where she was on Western and Mariposa and left her back out there. And then he and I went back to his house where he started wanting me to put on he would go to his grandmother's house, he said, and collect her old stockings that had runs in them. He wanted me to wear those stockings while I made fun of him and he worshipped my feet. Yeah, this dude was twisted, y'all. But listen, he became a regular of mine while I was in LA. And, a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do to pay the bills. What can I say? I was a hooker, so I did it, I didn't do anything with his dogs, mind you, nothing. Nor did we ever do that stunt again. Like, I told him, no, that's not cool with me. Although he did love being given an enema of a fifth of Jack Daniels. That was like his next thing that he got into with me. And that one I didn't mind so much. Like, dude, you want to get fucked up like that? You go right ahead. Sure, I'll do it. No problem. Like, it's not having sex with you, so sure. Yeah, so anyway, about this time, there was a new girl that popped up in town, a new young trans girl, and everybody called her Baby Shamu. And y'all, I know that that's shady. Listen, I get it. That's very shady. And everybody called her Baby Shamu because she was a heavyset girl. And, she was very sweet, a very sweet girl. And she even went by, she went by Shamu, y'all. She didn't give us another name, honestly. And so she moved into the Beverly Sunset where we were living. And we were right up the street from the Roxy and Whiskey A Go-Go. I think I've mentioned all this before. All of the big, rock and roll bars that the bands try to become famous in. So yeah, the bands would stay at, excuse me, it's warm. The bands would stay at the hotel on the weekends when they were trying to play gigs up and down Sunset. So Baby Shamu is living now she's like 19, about my height, and real heavy set. Looked like she might have had some Spanish or Hawaiian blood in her. I'm not really sure. I never really asked her what her ethnicity was. But anyway, so Baby Shamu, she gets attention from these rock and roll boys, this band that was staying there. And she tells them to come on over to our place and come party with us. And she's like, yeah, girls, they're so cute. And she was trying to tell me and Terry and Tracy, like, yeah, they're so cute. Y'all will love them. They didn't know T. They didn't know. They didn't know a damn thing. And they came over, and we started drinking White Russians with these boys at the hotel in my room. And we're all sitting around drinking White Russians and proceeding to get drunk without them knowing anything, mind you. And the next thing I know, I hear Terry back in my bedroom, and Terry's like, no, get off of me. What are you doing? And I was like, wait, what the fuck? So I went back in my bedroom, and one of the dudes has Terry bent over in my closet, trying to pull her pants down. And she's like, get the fuck off me. And he said, listen, just relax. Just go with it. I played football, so you got to give in. She said, I played football too. Fuck you. Get off me. So yeah, he picked her up and threw her over his shoulder and carried her out of the room, down the hall. And I looked out the door going after her, and this boy is trying to drag her into their room. And she's like a cat with her hands and her feet on the door frame, trying not to get dragged into this room. Well, I went off. I went off, and I started screaming and yelling, "Get your fucking hands off her. Don't you dare." Baby Shamu, girl, she was just cutting up with them. She thought it was fucking hilarious. And the next thing I know, she goes over to their room with 7 of them. Her and 7 of them. And they all pulled a train on her. In that one night, they all pulled a train on this poor girl, and she thought that it was just hilarious. She thought that it was the greatest thing since sliced bread, okay? And the next morning, when they're getting ready to leave, because apparently they found out T, they must have found out T if they were all taking turns with that girl, because she was a pre-op trans girl. They must not have cared. They must have been so drunk that they didn't care. And when they were leaving, she went running out the door after them, begging them to wait. And if y'all want to know what happened next, y'all know the routine. Be here tomorrow and I will too. I love you all. I love you all for watching, and I love you for the comments. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.